When most of us think about civic engagement, we imagine keeping up with the news, going out to the polls, or maybe even knocking on doors for a local campaign. But civic engagement and being an active member of our democracy can take many forms. Across Philadelphia, there are people making a daily effort to keep neighborhoods clean and to keep communities involved. They're called block captains. Now, block captains are in charge of a very specific area, their own block, which they maintain through planting flowers and new trees, sweeping sidewalks and gutters, organizing block parties, and more. Folks willing to go above and beyond for the communities in which they live. And one block captain, Michelle Belser, is a standout amongst that group. Michelle's been living in her neighborhood, Melrose Park Gardens in Northeast Philadelphia, for 23 years. From the beginning, she loved the idea, but she noticed it wasn't particularly clean, often finding trash on the street. So Michelle took it upon herself to start cleaning up the blocks. Eventually, neighbors joined in. She's now been the block captain for over 15 years, which is longer than most of Philadelphia's city council members have been in their positions. Michelle still believes that when it comes to civic engagement, you have to lead by example, and not just when it comes to cleaning up the block. A big part of being a block captain is helping residents participate fully in democracy. As part of that, Michelle leads efforts to get the vote out in her neighborhood. She helps provide information about elections. She sets up decorations to make voting more enjoyable. She gets neighborhood kids and teens involved so that they learn from a young age the importance of voting. Her efforts have a proven outcome. Michelle's ward has the highest voter turnout in the city of Philadelphia. She was also recognized as Block Captain of the Year at this year's Philadelphia Citizen of the Year Awards. Michelle's small act of courage is hyper-local. At its core, it's about one block and one block's residents. But it sets an example for the rest of the city, and in my opinion, for the nation. Michelle Belser joins me now. As mentioned, she's the block captain of the 100 block of East Colonial Street in Melrose Park Gardens, Philadelphia. Michelle, we didn't meet, but I saw you at that Philadelphia Citizen event. I was a little bit intimidated after your speech to come out and talk to you because I thought you might put me to work. But talk to me about this. You were recognized because of the fact that you take as seriously cleaning up trash on your block and planting trees as you do making sure that everybody there participates in democracy.
Yes, I do. I have a lot of engagement with my community. First of all, I would always wanted to be the change I wanted to see. So as a leader, I'm the person that people look up to. In my community, we all get together, we do cleanups, we're at the polls. We work with the children. I work with the children. You may see me everywhere, outside of the community. I'm outside talking to people, engaging with neighbors, and just trying to make our city a beautiful place that it is. You were
honored at the Philadelphia Citizen of the Year Award. In the introduction to your award, the former mayor of Philadelphia, Michael Nutter, said this. He said, "I feel very confident that there is not one elected official in this room," and there were many, by the way, "or in this city who would ever dispute that the most important elected office in this city is to be a block captain of your own street." This is the former mayor of the city who was saying that. Talk to me about the role people like you have in the civil infrastructure of our cities. You're not an elected official.
Right. Basically, this is really a volunteer position. It really has to be something that's really instilled in you in order to get things done. To me, it's really a gift. And being that it's a gift, from my heart, I just wanted to share this gift with the entire city, the entire community, out inside and outside of Philadelphia. So when you see me, I'm outside in the streets, I'm speaking to people, saying hi to people, letting them know that voting is coming up. I get communication out through emails. I do community meetings outside in the street. I'm just all over just trying to make a difference in our community. So it doesn't just start with my block. It starts with me and everybody in Philadelphia.
So what's the flip side of it? You're getting people to go out and vote. You're cleaning up the neighborhood, but there's something else to this. You were featured in a volunteer spotlight by the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, where you work, by the way, a great place. Yes. In this article, you write, when you work with young people, they start to talk to you. I don't tell them what to do. I work side by side with them. They appreciate having someone to listen to their concerns, and they value having an adult example they can look up to. These youth really need us. So you see this as a complete cycle. Your neighborhood, the trees, the kids, democracy, your neighborhood, the trees, democracy. Like, to you, it's all part of a system.
Yes. Yes, it is. And especially when I work with the youth, they're our future. They're going to be our next doctors, our community leaders, block captains. And when I work with them, I make it fun. I provide snacks. I engage with them. I don't just tell them what to do. I'm side by side. And they really look up to us. Our children really need us. And when I work with them, it's really not about the cleanup. It's about engaging with them, listening to them, sharing stories. They're sharing stories with me. And a lot of them do. They all go to college. So it's not about the cleanup. It's about engaging with our youth, because that's our next future. And I'm just so excited that a lot of youth out here are really working hard, and a lot of them are going to college as well. So I'm just excited about that.
Let's talk about that voter turnout. That's the part that captured the Philadelphia citizens' attention. That's the part that captured my attention. It's not a given. I mean, 100% of people don't come out to vote in America. Your ward has the highest voter turnout in all of Philadelphia. Tell me how you make that happen.
Well, how I make that happen? Really, it's the people in the community. The community I live in, people come out. A lot of them are homeowners. A lot of them are really serious about voting and who we put in. And I also educate everybody about the importance of voting. And when I see people outside, I'm talking about voting. When is the next day? When is the next voting day? And in my community, people come out because they know it's very important. But it's really up to the leaders, too, to make sure that your neighbors are aware of who's coming up for the vote. And it's really up to us to try and make a difference, too, as well.
Now, you are making a difference, Michelle. Thank you for that. Michelle Belser is a block captain of the 100 block of East Colonial Street in Melrose Park Gardens, Philadelphia. Hey everyone, MSNBC has a new and improved app. You'll get real-time alerts and analysis, live blogs, in-depth essays, video highlights, and the best 2024 election coverage. Download the new MSNBC app. Here's how to do it. You tap on the App Store on your phone. You hit search on the bottom right corner. You type in MSNBC. You click on the MSNBC app. You click on Get or the cloud icon and enjoy it.